I'm just absolutely devastated the way she was about the way I love him, that she has put a big judgment on me that I'm over-loving him. Excuse me, Peachy, you're obsessed. I'm going to talk about this now. Obsession, the word obsession. There's a lot of people that have an obsession about something, and it is not wrong, because it means that you really, really cherish that person in your life, or you might love something so much, like your favourite teddy bear, as you were told, that you grew up with, and you cherish it, you're obsessed with it. What's wrong with this obsession? Peachy says it is wrong to have an obsession over a man. No, it's not. No, it's not. Actually, obsession makes a man feel securely loved. And I know that, because most men are insecure in their relationships, that they don't feel that their girlfriend loves them enough. I would rather love my boyfriend more than enough, than sit there and see him trigger questions at me and paranoid thoughts in his mind about if I'm going to cheat him or leave him. I mean, his obsession is a love that is a very, very precious love, and I am obsessed with my man because he needs to be loved that way. That's the way I was supposed to love him. That's the way he's destined for me. And Peachy talks to me like she's living in his head. She says that, no, he doesn't love you. He kept blocking you. He kept blocking me, but he was smiling at me while I was doing that, and he didn't hate me, and he never said bad thing. He never told me he didn't love me. He never told me he hated me. And I think that something else is going on here. And I think Peachy's behind it, because she's on his Instagram poisoning things in his mind, saying that I'm a bad person for loving him. What? Excuse me, Peachy. Do you know what you've done? You've traumatised a man about how much I love him. You've drummed that in his head that I'm committing a crime by loving him. It is not a crime. You are treating it. I mean, I always knew. I was always getting blocked on Casino all the time because of Peachy. Because she said to me today, you was blocked for a reason, because you was obsessed over a man who loved. I was not harming him. I never spoke to him disrespectfully. Now I know. She put me through hell. This Peachy is behind it. She told him to stay away from me. She told him to not love me. She put thoughts in his mind about me that I was his enemy. What the hell did you do that for, Peachy? I mean, if you, honestly, you just loved the fact that he was all over you, over your image. You like it. I've heard you say, oh, a lot of people are crushing on me. That's all you care about. You didn't love him, not like I did. I honestly believed you was jealous that you couldn't love him like me, and that's why you blocked me from chatting him, because you didn't want me to talk to him, did you? You told him to block me for 2-3 years. You said to me today, for 3 years it's been going on for, Alina, that you've been blocked from loving him. Oh my God, so now you're saying it's a violation to love a host. All the truth's coming out now, isn't it, Peachy? Do you know what? I can't wait to tell Paoillon that you're manipulating your ideas in his head, and he couldn't even see it. You're the reason why he blocks me on his Instagram. You're the reason. You're the reason why me and him are not together, because you told him to not be with me. You told him that my love was wrong. Obsessive love is not wrong. It is loyalty, okay? Peachy, and you don't tell me how to love my man, and you think you can take me over by keep blocking me on that casino. You threatened me today to get blocked because I said I'm going to be his wife one day. You are a jealous cow. You just can't stand it, can you, that you have not found love like what I've got for him, that you can't love a man as much as me. You hate me because you are obviously very envious of how much I love him, and you are trying to do everything you can in your power to take my man away from me, and he ignores me, and because of you I've been broken. It's your fault that this is happening. It's your fault that I was blocked. It's your fault that he don't talk to me anymore on Instagram. It's your fault. That how are you allowed to even judge me when you stand there in casino with your friend Mutsikum talking? Mutsikum said he's a man, but he said a joke to me, just like Reddy did with you again, innit, Peachy, with a little chat member beside you again, trolling me, picking on me, and you allowed your friend to say that they are Zayne's wife. Oh, but when I wrote it in the chat, you threatened to block me. So you allow your friend to say that about him. And that's why I said that, because I wanted to weigh up Mutsikum's friendship with you and me. I wanted to find out how unfair you really are, and that is disgusting what you did. You threatened to block me, but you allow your friend Mutsikum to say that in the chat. I've got the chat evidence, what he said, that he said, oh, guess what, Alina, I'm Zayne's wife. But you knew what he said to me because you was on that show, on Boom City, with your friend in the chat, talking to me again, like you did 3 years ago when you destroyed my other relationship that I had with a host, and you're doing it again to me, trying to take away the man that I love with your stupid opinions about love obsession that you think it's wrong. Do you know what, Peachy? I think you're wrong for not being obsessive over a man. Alright, but I know you're being obsessive over yourself, really, because you just love the fact that the attention is aimed at you, that you like people crushing on you. You talk to me and say that I'm obsessive with Zayne. I don't give a damn what you think about him and me, about how much I love him. I don't care what you think. If I want to love him the way I love him, I'll do that. And if you don't like me being obsessive over him, I'll do it all the more, because I will do what annoys you, because you annoy me, okay? And because of what you've done, you're going to be in serious trouble with me, girl. You do not push Alina on the edge with opinions of such of how I love him. Especially not that. Especially you're telling me that I shouldn't be obsessed with him. Do you know what? You're a young little girl and you need to wise up. Because if you don't love your man enough, believe me, he will be at that door. And he will go and look for another woman to plant his butterfly on her flower. And that will stay there forever. And you know what? And now I found out, when I talk to you, I find out even more about you. That you've been poisoning my Paoillon against me to hate him the way I love him. How dare you convince him that my love is wrong for him? Who do you think you are, Mrs.? You're a young little girl and needs to grow up, and you need to start loving your man enough. Otherwise he will never love you, and he will be around behind your back cheating with other flowers, and he'll never love you because you just don't love him enough. That's the reason why men leave their girlfriends, because they feel insecure and they are not being loved enough. that I need to be told every day, I love you, with a kiss on the lips, even on the forehead, even a hug before he goes to work. He needs to be loved and told that, to keep him knowing that you will never cheat him. And I
it's a matter of time before I hunt you down, grab your chin and kiss your lips. You bring me back, I lay it down and grab your hips, and we lose all control. And before you know it, I put a spell on you. Now you're mine, and I've got a for the night. You know I can't help myself when you ask tenderly if I dim the lights as your hand brushes me, and the floor swallows you close, and your silhouette puts on a show. You put a spell on me.